It's honestly the best lighting that I've had, I
I
think.
know you have really good lighting. I have good lighting right now too. I think it's because it's not
Mhm.
dark out.
True. Like a good afternoon pod.
Yeah. Here's a mess. Wore a hat this morning, so it's just completely screwed the rest of the day.
Yeah. I've almost abandoned, like, trying to have my hair look good, unless I take a shower right before.
Yeah,
I'm going with the hat.
it is what it is. I believe. I believe that's what the kids say. Oh man. All right, looks like I'm wearing a toupee right now though. Oh man. I'll just get a brush. I'll be right back. Ugh. I'm back.
There you go.
I'm all slicked back now.
Yeah, I know.
It's better than what was going on before, so I don't mind.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess.
Just a little bit.
This'll probably be pretty packed actually.
Yeah, yeah. I think we'll have good enough stuff to talk about. Let's get started.
My cousins are into Seinfeld now.
Oh yes,
I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld this week.
that's sweet. What are you guys watching on?
Watch Seinfeld.com.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to pay for it, or is it just
Nah, it's just one of those sites.
nice?
You gotta work a little bit to find, but and deal with pop-ups.
All right, let's get to it. You ready?
All right. Yep.
All right, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, here with my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
It's a Wednesday, Chris.
The Wise Guy Wednesday.
It's a Wise Guy Wednesday. The finals happened last night. We didn't want to do it. You don't want a groggy Wise Guys episode when we're all tired after a game, so we decided we'd wait a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think it was worth waiting. But before we get into it, Chris, I gotta admit, I took a nap this morning. Yes, a nap this morning. You live your life, I live mine.
Smart.
But, anyways, I had a dream that I was watching the NFL. I had Red Zone up on my phone. I was with the guys. We were all watching it. And man, I just woke up in sheer disappointment.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, I woke up in sheer disappointment, and I was like, oh, we're not even close to preseason yet.
Uh-huh.
I woke up
I
and I
mean,
was
we're
like,
getting there. Like, you really just have to get through July, because then at the beginning of August, that's when the real excitement starts to build, and that's a pretty good time of year.
that's true. That's true. But man, I can't be having these dreams already, Chris. It's bad.
Yeah, I feel you. There will be days where I'm just like, I wonder what the offseason power rankings look like right now. And then I'll just go down a wormhole and read stories for an hour about how the Redskins are going to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm
Each
like, all right,
training camp, when
let's
you're like,
refocus.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
like,
all
oh,
of
this
your,
guy, the training camp stars.
yes, I'm sure Heineke is probably looks like Joe Montana. And,
Yes. He does. Well, the thing is, not. I hope this doesn't start a whole thing, but people are saying like, "Oh, the reports about Heineke are so good, like they love him," and then it's like he might push Fitzpatrick for the starting job, and it's like, all right, well, if he was that good, like you
Yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah,
pushing
yeah,
him.
yeah.
He
You
would
can't
be
be
the guy.
pushing. Yeah,
But
that.
I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. Cause similar stuff with Mac Jones, where I'm like, he should be able to beat out what happened to Newton last year, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah, let's not get into it's NBA Finals time. Let's get right into it. The Bucks and Suns game 1. Or did you want? I guess we didn't really talk about the Hawks Bucks game 6, but I don't know. Effort to the Hawks, I guess. Poor guys.
It was just not really fun to watch,
No.
unfortunately.
No, it wasn't.
When I saw Trae Young was playing, I was like, okay, there we go. Like, I'm now rooting for the Hawks, so at least we have like some star to watch. And he was just not. He wasn't Trae Young.
No, and when there's no Giannis out there, there's really no excitement for the Bucks.
No, not at all. It's Lopez and Middleton, Holiday. Ugh.
It's really
It just
terrible.
sucks the life out of the game.
And they got their life sucked out of the game halfway through the Suns Bucks games last night because it was neck and neck, and then the third quarter happened and it was the Middleton Holiday brick show. I feel like once a game they have one of those brick shows where they're just like they for some reason just assume they can just keep jacking up threes, and they just can't.
I mean, we've talked about it before, how the Bucks will just go on these stretches where they literally just forget how to play basketball, and sure enough, it happens in Game 1 of the Finals. Shouldn't be really a surprise to anyone, because Middleton, I don't know, that guy. Sometimes he looks like he's the best player on the floor, and then other times he's a chucker and a bricker.
He's a chucker.
So I don't know what to say. You just gotta hope that he's on his game more often than he's not, which is very simple, but
this might
what
be
it comes down to.
Like I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but if I were the Bucks, I would fire Budenholzer anyways, even though you made the finals.
I would not.
You would not? I
Because-
mean, at this
no.
point, you actually in this point of the coaching search, it's kind of too late. Like who you gonna hire now? I guess.
Yeah.
But I just feel like he's got no game plan in any game.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that I just don't know enough about what's actually going on. Like, I know basketball pretty well, but I like to think that I know really that there's a lot going on that I'm just not aware of. And just looking at his pure track record, like he took to the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals when they had no business being there. He's taken the Bucks 3 years in a row to top 3 seed, and now they're in the finals. Like, I know that has not been good in the playoffs, but you take getting there in the playoffs over having a coach who's actually clueless and can't even get you there. You know what I'm
That's true. I just feel like the Suns this game, they saw Brook Lopez on the field, they just attacked him every possession.
saying?
And if that was the Bucks and it was the other way around, they just wouldn't do that. They just aren't a
No.
team that knows either they don't know how to do it or they just don't do it for whatever reason. They can't expose.
I think
any
they're
weaknesses.
stubborn.
Yes, they are, and
I think
can't
they just
expose
stick
any
to their game plan. That's been his whole problem, is making adjustments. Like, they just don't do it.
No, they
You
don't.
saw it in the third. It happens every game they lose. It's because all of a sudden it just falls apart and they don't make any adjustments.
They make no adjustments.
There's never a point where they call a timeout and like settle down. This is going wrong. Here's what's going wrong. Let's change
And-
what we're doing. It never happens.
And during that third quarter, I feel like almost the whole third quarter went where the Suns are cooking them, and then they're like, "All right, the Bucks are finally calling a timeout." It's like, dude, they just scored 20 points. You're down by 20 now. You could have called a timeout when you were down by 13.
The other thing about Budenholzer that I think the reason I defend him is because I dealt with this with Barry Trotz with the Capitals when they got, like, they're the 1 seed every year, but then they kept losing in the playoffs, and people were like, fire Trotz, and even I was like, maybe fire him. And they go and win the Stanley Cup, and they let him go, and now it's like they can't even make it the second round anymore.
Yeah, that
So,
makes sense.
I'm like scarred from that, so that's why I try to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, and you're right. They've had a good team for multiple years. They've been able to coach up teams that, you're right, have no business being there. But, like, I don't know. They need someone to talk to the Bucks and be like, "Hey guys, this is the finals. Like,
Yeah.
If we lose 3 more games, we're done."
Yeah, and it's a healthy Giannis too. He looked like
He looked good. He didn't.
Definitely not
he didn't look
100%.
100%, but he looked good.
he's still Giannis.
Yeah,
He's
and
grabbing. I think he had like almost 20 boards.
they just never want to have Giannis impose his will.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they use
And there's-
Giannis like they used Shaq back in the day?
I don't, and I'm trying to think like who on the Suns can really slow him down.
Did you
like
see
once
him
he gets to the
push
rim, then
Ayton?
Aiton.
Did you see him push Aiden like a baby?
Yes. That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's the one guy that like when he gets to the rim, maybe can challenge him. But I don't think like Aiton's not there yet. I don't think he's not that good of a rim protector.
No, and I just don't know why they don't use that all the time. They have like
Yeah.
Brooke Lopez out there and people like that. I'm just like, what do you like? I don't know. It feels like this is gonna be a series where they can't play Brooke Lopez, and
Yeah.
they're the type of team like, or they have to use him like they use him in the Hawks series where he's in the paint the whole time. I hate it when they just have Brooke Lopez standing in the corner, and then
Yeah.
he just gets exposed on defense every single possession. Every single possession.
Well, he's not a guy that can play perimeter defense at all.
No, and
Well, it
there's
makes sense. They just attack him every time.
yeah, and either
base him out and then
CP3
go
or
right at
Booker switches on him, and it's like, oh,
Mhm.
automatic bucket.
I mean, you got to give it to the Suns for
Yeah,
figuring out that weakness right away. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll change. It's got to change in game 2. Like,
well,
I
we
would
saw
think in
again with the
between
Hawks
games they
series,
would
we
figure out
lost game
something.
1 and then dominated game 2. So I
yeah,
feel like
that is true.
the thing that people, I feel like always forget is the home team's supposed to win game 1 and 2.
Mhm.
It just
Yeah, they always say the series doesn't start till the home team loses.
Yeah, exactly. And the like whenever the Clippers were always down 0-2. Actually, the first time they were both at home, so that was bad. But the other times, like 0-2, I get it, is a scary number to look at when you only have to win 4 games. But then you realize like if the Bucks are down 0-2, it's like, yeah, but then they go to Milwaukee. They just have to win. They have to win eventually one game in Phoenix.
Right. Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. The crowd definitely seemed to be into it. That was it seemed like an awesome crowd there. And I don't know, the Suns were heating up. I mean, the Suns were as hot as they could be all season, I feel like.
Yeah. The thing about the crowd, I felt like they should have been standing more. I don't know. I feel like it's the finals. You should probably stand the whole game.
I think
At least that's how I feel.
if it's the finals,
I
you
saw
gotta stand
people
the whole
sitting down, and I was like, "Come on, get up! Like it's the finals."
game. Also, it was a close game.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. That bothered me. But they were loud and everything. So
Yeah.
good for them.
I did like the Bucks didn't give up. They were down by 20, and I was like, dude, just sub out Giannis. Because I was like, there's no reason. Like,
Rest
don't
him.
get him hurt again. He's already probably shouldn't be playing right now.
Mhm.
Don't get him hurt. And they didn't give up, so they showed resistance, but I don't know. Maybe they still should have benched Giannis at the end. Like there was
I
no
mean,
way
well,
they
they
were
cut
coming
it
back.
to they cut it to 7, right?
Yeah, they did cut it to 7. So I guess
Decent amount of time left. I mean, that's a ball game.
that's true. But I think once you cut it to 7 and then all of a sudden it's 13
And the
again.
wheels came off.
Yeah. I don't know. But it was a fun game. I'm excited for the rest of the series. It should be close. Hopefully, I just hope. Honestly, I don't really care who wins. Like I'm saying, go Bucks because like I want to see Giannis win, but I honestly don't really care because CP3 is cool too. But I hope it goes to 7 no matter what.
Yeah. No, I mean, 2 best words in sports. Game 7.
Yeah.
NBA Finals. I mean, we are officially a Bucks podcast, though. Didn't we say that? Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
anything good?
Yeah. No, I've had some allergies lately. Very phlegmy lately. Not a fan of it. I know.
It's not good. Not good pod.
I know. But
Anyway, I was saying that officially we did say we're a Bucks podcast.
Yes, I did think we did say we were a Bucks podcast. So, yeah, go Bucks still. I'm all about it.
You're the deer.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the gold? I love the gold logos.
Mhm.
Those are sweet. I
Yeah.
walked downstairs because I missed tip off because I was like putting in my time card or something, and I walked downstairs, and I saw the gold logos. And that's the first thing I noticed. My eyes were drawn to it. I was like, oh, that's just sweet.
Yeah. Fine. I mean, they always have like gold something for the finals.
Yeah, I feel like they do. They do have some
Try to
gold.
spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. Speaking of spicing things up, the NBA might be adding 2 more teams, Chris.
So I like expansion. I think it's exciting, and I think it's Vegas and Seattle, right? Just like hockey.
That's what the
Or
rumors
saying.
are. Yeah.
So the Supersonics obviously would be great.
Yes.
I feel like they're gonna screw it up though, and just start a different team.
They probably. There's no way. You know how much outrage would happen if they didn't pick the Supersonics and if they picked
Yeah.
like the Seattle Dragons or something?
The Dragons.
That would be. The Seattle Dragons. That was the XFL team, wasn't it?
XFL,
That's why,
yeah.
that would be. That would honestly be like something that would completely like people would probably boycott the NBA. The city of Seattle would already hates the NBA because they took away their city or their team. Would now hate them even more probably.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it will be exciting. I just don't want to lose players. That's the only thing.
My also question is, isn't that 2 West Coast teams?
Yeah, they'd have to move someone to the East.
And Milwaukee's already in the West Coast. Or not the West Coast, but the West. Milwaukee's in the West.
What about Memphis is in the West,
Memphis
right?
is also technically in the West.
Memphis in the East, then.
I guess they would put Memphis in the East, yeah.
Because that would, I think, geographically, that would make the most sense. And it's not like Memphis has a big rival that they're not going to play.
No, yeah, they don't have
anymore.
I think it would be cool, and with the talent-wise, what you were saying with losing players, I feel like it could shake things up. Like, if everyone switches teams every 2 years anyways, we might as well give them 2 more teams to try to switch to.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
I'm curious how they do the expansion draft, though. Because in hockey, like, rosters are pretty big, and you've got 30 other teams to pick from. NBA, the roster is like 12 guys.
I guess you would protect
a lot of teams.
Probably like 7 players, and then.
Yeah, but then there's teams that aren't losing players, right?
Because that's also interesting because it depends on which point of the season they're doing the protection. Because lots of players are on 1-year deals. So
right.
That is interesting. I don't know. I like how they do it in 2K. I love doing the expansion team in 2K. So I feel like it could be interesting, and I also feel like it could elevate more talent from the G League, and have those guys like I don't know, have more opportunities for guys. So I feel like that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and Vegas, like I was kind of iffy about Vegas getting a team because I just assumed Vegas was like a huge tourist city, which it is. But like they've had really good support.
That's what I was saying. When I heard of this, I was thinking, well, the Vegas Raiders, that they're getting a lot of support. The Golden Knights had a ton of support even in their first year. So, I mean, all signs point to it should be a good spot.
Yeah, I mean the thing about the Golden Knights is that like Aces
would be kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean it would just be way too easy.
Yeah.
Vegas Aces like casino.
Yeah, they got to do something better than Aces.
Yeah.
Also, what do they have like a giant mascot card? Like that'd be lame.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
It would.
It's like a big deck of cards. It's walking around.
It would be so stupid, though.
It would be very stupid. Like, can you imagine, like, once sports betting, like, once they build casinos within the arenas, they might have already done it at the Golden Knights arena, but, like, just how many bets are placed with people just showing up to Vegas to gamble, and then they're like, I might as well go to a game, too. Like, that's so much revenue that they're collecting.
Yeah, they're getting
crazy.
Because if you're going to Vegas, you're going to spend money. So you might, like, why not go to a basketball game? Go to a... And they already do the Summer League there. And apparently that, I mean, I don't think it has like, amazing success, but Summer League's cool.
I mean, the NBA is a league where I think in every city there's interest.
Yeah.
And Vegas is such a big city that
and if they can
it's going to be there.
They can do it in Oklahoma City. If they can do it in Utah, they should be able to do it in Vegas.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So that would be interesting. I want to see more development on it and see like more than just like a rumor, but that would be fun.
Yeah, what's like? Where did the rumor actually come from? Because I just saw the one post that you sent me that said like it's possible.
I don't know. I saw that. I also saw that post, and I was like, look, even if it's a not fake post, but like a bad source. You know,
Hmm.
apparently it's from sportsnet.ca. Doesn't sound great, but the uh, like I don't know, it's something to talk about anyways because I have heard like I guess I've heard Bill Simmons talked about how it's possible that they bring another two teams in, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, so there was a Silver just did an interview, I guess, and he said they're going to continue to consider expansion.
And I think for the league having all these stars on all these teams, if you add more teams, the roster wise, each roster talent should be thinner and spread out more. So it could make it a little more even for everybody, I guess. You know what
I
mean?
hope so.
I would hope
That's
so
what
too.
I mean. Like, I feel like the NBA is kind of the opposite of the NFL because the NFL they want parity.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard people say that the NFL's dream is to have everyone go 8-8, whereas the NBA they want superstars on
Yeah.
teams in big markets.
Yeah.
If they have that, they're gonna make money no matter what the rest of the teams do.
That's true. And I feel like with like if they do bring back the Supersonics and they have Vegas, there's no reason why superstars shouldn't want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like they're adding a team in like the middle of Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
You know, it should be a big market for everybody, and that will add movement of stars into them, and then we'll see what happens. But
Right.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah. I mean, there also hasn't been expansion in my lifetime in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's just an exciting new thing.
Yeah, and it's
Regardless
funny.
of where it is.
There hasn't been expansion in anything besides hockey in our lifetime that we've been able to really remember. So
yeah, I mean I think the Nationals weren't even expansion because they were the Expos. But yeah, they came in 2005. That's the newest team that I can remember other than hockey.
yeah, and then I think the Texans were 2002 or something. So that was earlier than that. But yeah,
give us more content.
Yeah, give us more and give us more players because someone's gonna have to lead that team. Someone's gonna have to be on the team. So give us more players. Someone give us more fun. That's all I see it. It's more fun. Speaking of having fun, Rachel Nichols has not been having fun the past couple of days.
Well, she was last year.
She was last year in the bubble, but she was not the past couple days. After her remarks that we will just say her remarks for ESPN stuff. Oh, not a good look by Rachel Nichols. And now she's sleeping with Jimmy Butler and Ilyasova in the bubble.
Best part about this is all the things that were already happening with Jimmy Butler in the bubble. Are you okay? Okay. But there's a thing where he got a noise complaint in the bubble, and now it's oh, maybe is that why he got a noise complaint?
Yeah,
because
apparently
he was piping Rachel Nichols.
Yeah, he was dribbling basketballs. Someone was dribbling balls that day, but it was not Jimmy Butler. And did you see the clips of the interview that they had? The Rachel Nichols sits down with Jimmy Butler, and they just look at each other with the horniest expressions of all time. And I was just yeah, they definitely those rumors are definitely true.
Yeah. I don't know where the Ilyasova one came from though.
I don't know either. Apparently
that was
apparently
news
that was
to me a couple days ago.
That was news to me when I looked at it yesterday. But apparently that was a given thing during the bubble. There's he hooked up with Ilyasova.
Yeah, I just don't remember that.
Who wants to hook up with Ilyasova? He's like a
not
bum
the most
player.
handsome man.
And he's also he's not very good.
Oh, he's not good.
So that's weird to me. But poor I think it's Matt Nichols, which is their husband, because she has a husband.
Oh, I didn't know she was married.
Oh yeah, she's been married since 2001.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Not a good look for.
I would. All right. If I were the husband, I would not be happy with the bubble situation. 'Cause I'm sure he couldn't come.
Oh, there's no way. There's no chance he could come to the bubble.
It's just her down there with all of the NBA players.
And man, that
I'd be a little jealous.
oh yeah, I don't know what, cause like you don't tell her not to go. It's your job.
Yeah.
But it's like you wish you could go, and you're just sitting there the whole time. They're there for what? They were there for like 6 months.
A long time.
At least
That was a
5
long
months,
time.
right?
I don't know if it was that long.
Because they had but they had the
I mean, the
quarantine
playoffs-
before, weren't they?
I'll say like 3. 3
Yeah,
months probably.
yeah. But still, that's bad. 4th of the year. Yeah, Rachel Nichols. Yeah, just waking up yesterday, she was probably just like, again, I'm trending again.
Well, and the stuff about what's the anchor's name? She was criticizing.
Oh, she's doing it now because Rachel Nichols got booted from
Yeah,
the ESPN thing. I totally forget. It's
Maria Taylor.
Maria. Yeah, I didn't know if it's
Is it
Maria or
Mariah?
Mariah.
I know.
Yeah.
But that wasn't supposed to be public, right? That was like a leaked
No,
thing.
that was a leak thing.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. But yeah,
Yeah.
not a good look.
No, not a good look for Rachel Nichols. And
in
I also
either
have no
sense.
sympathy.
Yeah,
Zero
not really
sympathy for
either.
Rachel Nichols. Why would I have any sympathy for her?
I mean, especially because Ilyasova, like that, you just deserve to
That
be
one, like,
publicly humiliated.
yeah,
for
the
that.
Ilyasova one is bad. That one's bad. The Jimmy Butler, like, it's Jimmy Butler. He's a smooth
Yeah,
dude.
right.
He's a smooth dude, but Ilyasova, like, what do you even?
He is
thinking?
the opposite of a smooth dude.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, man.
God,
It's just too funny.
I don't want to cough on the mic. It's bad.
Okay.
It's bad for entertainment. Man, I'm
You need
dying.
to get yourself together.
I know, dude. It's not my
Take like
fault.
a water break or something.
I have water. I have my Wawa fat water you can get for free. That's
There you
also a
go.
life hack. Just go to Wawa, get some fat water, walk out.
Why wouldn't you just get water from your house?
Well, I meant if you're out. Like, if you don't want to buy, you don't have to buy a water bottle. That's what I'm saying. You just go to the machine and get a fat
Okay.
can of water.
Never done that before.
I do it all
I
the
usually
time.
just bring water with me where I go.
Nah, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I feel no sympathy for Rachel Nichols at all. Oh, you got some traffic going on.
School bus.
School bus. Don't they know what
Not
time?
expect.
Don't they know
Not
what time of the
expect to
year
see
it is?
that.
Yeah,
They should. And it should be on their list.
it should be. We should just get right into it. The we're top 5 for the day. Chris, you wanna explain our top 5 for the day?
Oh, it's top 5 times, which is a fairly broad category. It's not specifically times of day or times of the year, just in general. So a mix of whatever.
Yeah.
A little creative with it.
You want to go first? You might be taking the one that you think I might have, but you can go first.
All right, yeah, I might be. My number 1 is grape time.
Oh, grape time.
It's when all the boys get
you
together
got me.
to eat
I
grapes.
Yes. After a long day of work, a long 30 minutes of doing actual work at school, and then grape time.
Whip out the grapes.
Someone whips them
It's
out.
just,
Everyone pops one in. Enjoy themselves. It's if you weren't there for grape time, it's a festivity. It's
It is, yeah.
it's once a day.
it brings
Can't miss
everyone
it.
together.
It does.
Especially because we're working on a strenuous project, and tensions could flare every once in a while, but brings everyone back together without fail is grape time.
And it brings everybody back to what's important. Us.
Yeah.
And grapes.
Right? Yeah.
That being said, I'm adding something to my list, but I did. You were right. I did forget about grape time.
Since it's an inside joke, I wasn't sure where to put it, and then I was like, it has to be number 1. It's
Yeah.
the best.
I think that needs to be number 1. Grape time it's an inside joke for us, but it should be something all the listeners should be aware of. They should all have their own collective grape times with their groups, and it should be a thing. So, yeah, grape time's up there. My number 1, missed out on a big one, Chris. Whatever time the wise guys go live, it's my favorite time of the day.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're here now, you know what's up. You've been following. You've been looking at my Instagram stories. You've been looking at the Wise Guys Instagram stories. Just looking at that timer the day before, like, we're almost there.
Here it comes.
Yep, here it comes.
I think when we did top 5 days, I had, I don't know if it was on my list or my honorable mentions, where I just had every single Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah.
In this case, Wednesday. But
Yeah.
any day that we go on is, I
It's a
hope
great day.
everyone else, it's also a great time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we hope
That's,
you all.
that's why we do it.
Why we do it. We do it for everybody else. But yeah, whenever we go live, that's my favorite time of the day.
Yep. All right. My number 2 time is the beginning of spring. 'Cause you've got school kind of winding down, weather's getting warmer, baseball's coming around. You got the Masters, you got hockey playoffs, you got NBA playoffs, all at once.
Yeah, it's a good and the start of the NFL off season. I feel like springtime is probably where we're most packed. We got all these
yeah.
things getting thrown in, and yeah, I love springtime too. The weather
Like
gets
early
nicer.
early April.
Yeah, the weather gets nicer. The draft is coming up. It's all good stuff.
Mhm.
All good things. All right, my number 2 time of the day, 8 p.m. Because no matter what day it is, no matter what like schedule I'm on for work, I'm off work.
I also had 8 p.m.
8 p.m. No matter what, I'm out of there. And
Yep.
just when the clock hits, whatever time I'm off, either it's 7:30 or 8, or sometimes it's 6:30 if I get the early shift. I mean, I'm out. People are dawdling, they're talking. I am out of there. There's nothing stopping me from getting to my car.
All of my shifts end at 8 too. It's generally either 11 to 8 or 12 to 8. It's no
That's a
like
shame.
shorter shifts.
That's a shame.
So yeah, it's 8 o'clock. And worst is when people, like, I'm sitting on the stand and I'm like looking at the time and I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna blow the whistle like 5 minutes early just so they have time to get out of here and I
Yeah.
can get out of here right at 8. And then a parent will be like, all right, you guys got like 10 minutes left. And I'm like, just give me a
Brutal.
break. Kick him out a little bit early, please.
That's
I don't know what
brutal.
you're doing to me.
The
That last hour on the stand is horrible.
one time I was leaving work, and it's a state park. There's still it's still open until I think it's technically until sunset. So whenever that happens, and I'm leaving at this actually isn't 8. This is when I'm leaving at 7:30, and I'm leaving at 7:30. I leave the park, and all I hear is an ambulance driving through the doors, and I looked at the time and went, not my problem. Driving away. And most of the time, everything gets handled, everything's fine. But if it's past my clock out date, I am out of there.
All right. Number 3, game time.
What'd
Whenever
you say?
there's a game time.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a big game on, or you're going to a game, or you're playing in the game, that time is just so anticipated.
Yeah.
When
game
you're
time.
waiting around, sitting around waiting for that 1 p.m. start on Sunday, it's like as soon as it hits, like it's game time. Here we go.
Yep. The second.
All been leading to this.
Yeah. The kickoff happens. The tip off happens. The either you're suiting up for whatever game you gotta play. It's anytime it's game time. It's the best for anyone who plays sports or watches sports. It's game time.
And it's just so much like anticipation and energy just released on like one play.
Yep.
The crowd's buzzing. As soon as that ball is kicked off, it's like, here we go.
Yeah.
We got 3 hours of this.
Yeah. And nothing's
And then
better
we'll
than
run it
game
back
time
the next week.
when you're at the game. That's the
Yeah.
best game.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Because you're probably, you wake up earlier than you normally would, especially if it's a 1 o'clock NFL game.
Oh yeah.
You got all your jersey laid out,
Yep.
putting it on. You're like, it's game day.
And
it's
it's
game
also
day.
it's been game day for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Every day you wake up and you're like, it's almost game day. We're almost there. We're going to the game tomorrow.
Yep.
And
As soon as that jersey comes on, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all right,
You're
here
like,
we go.
nah,
Put
I'm-
the parking
I'm-
pass up in the car.
you're like, I could die in this jersey right now.
Yep.
And here we are.
Nothing else matters for the next 6 hours.
Yeah,
than
that's the
whether
best
or
part.
not we win or lose.
And no other football game matters. No
Nope.
other no other basketball game, no other family events. Nothing matters besides
No, they can all
game
kick
time.
rocks.
Yeah, it's game time. All right.
And the best part about it is it 80,000 other people feel the same way.
Yep. Yeah. And millions around the world
Hmm.
are all ready for game time.
Yep.
All right. My number 3 time. Christmas time.
I had a similar one on
It's
my
a
list.
little
I'll leave
after-
it on there, but
I prefer Christmas time to start in December. But some people
Yeah,
do it a little
no.
after Thanksgiving.
it's for me is as long as it's after Thanksgiving, it's fine.
Yeah, some people are like that. I'm more of a December guy. But when it's Christmas time, when the bells are jingling, when the hollies are jolly, it's always the best time of the year. There's nothing to be upset about when it's that time.
There's really not. It's just like it feels like everyone's always in such a good mood, except for like the Scrooges and the Grinches. But that's their own fault. Christmas time, you should be in a good mood, unless
Yeah.
you don't celebrate. But even then, like
You know
I don't
what?
know, there's just something about it. No rush.
All right. There's not a lot of people anymore that I feel like don't celebrate. I feel like
Mhm.
there's a lot of religions that don't celebrate the religious aspects, but I feel like
Yeah.
and I could be wrong, but I feel like no matter what, there's some sort of festivity that occurs during this block of Christmas time that you
Mhm.
should be holly and jolly about. Christmas is more of a commercial holiday than it is a religious one nowadays.
It's become like a cultural thing rather than a religious thing
Mhm.
at this point now. And like I know families that are Jewish that will celebrate Christmas just because
Yep.
it's Christmas.
Yeah, I mean it's Christmas.
Like-
And when you're a little kid, like, what are you gonna tell your kid? Like, sorry, man, no Christmas for you.
Yeah.
You were born into the wrong family. No Christmas for you.
See all these kids having fun, enjoying Christmas time, listening to carols and all. Yeah,
Like,
no,
no,
you're not allowed to do
enjoy
any
it.
of that.
And you're also not allowed to enjoy it. Like,
Right.
no, that's not how it is anymore. It's all. I think everyone pretty much celebrates Christmas now.
Nah, Christmas is it's the best holiday, I think, by a wide margin.
That's why it's cheating. Can't be your
It's
favorite
cheating.
holiday. Of course, it's your favorite holiday.
I mean, but it's everyone's favorite
Yeah,
holiday.
that's what I'm saying.
It should
Of
be
course,
at
it's
least.
your favorite holiday. Anyways, yeah, Christmas time.
Alright, my number 4 time is the last bell of school.
Oh
Or
yeah,
like the end of your
2:18,
last class
baby.
of the day. Yeah, 2:18.
that was it, right? It's
For
2:18.
so long. It was 2:18 and then I think it became 2:30.
No, I thought it was the other way around. I
Did
thought
it
it was
stay
2:05. It was 2:05 and then it 2.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That's right.
Once they added an extra 13 minutes, I was like, this is brutal.
It's ridiculous.
That was awful. But you're
Those
right.
are the longest 13 minutes of the day.
Also, but like, to be fair, unless you were like taking a test from 2:05, like once it hits 2 o'clock though, you're not doing
You're not
anything in
doing
class.
anything.
You're not doing anything in that class. That fourth period teacher knows. They're like,
Well,
we have to-
unless you had Mr. Turlick for freshman algebra 2
oh,
saying if you wasted 10 minutes every day for your whole life, that's this much time that you wasted. We're like, you are the worst, dude. We're like, it's not wasting if we're just sitting here, like waiting.
no.
That's not a waste of time to me.
You know, it is a waste of time. Is algebra 1. That's a waste of time. But yeah, there's always those couple teachers where it's like fourth period and they're like, you can't waste. The bell dismisses you. You can't be
Yep.
wasting time until the bell rings. It's like, oh my god. And the worst is if
Another
they
thing
didn't
that
let
they
you
would
pack
all-
up.
That was what I was about to say, or wait at the door.
Yeah, if they didn't let
So
you pack
everyone's
up
still
at
in
the
your
end,
seats, no
Yeah.
waiting at the door.
Those were the
Someone
worst.
would slip out, God forbid, 2 minutes early.
Oh, someone would be like, I gotta use the bathroom. It'd be like, why are you bringing your backpack? And just run out. That was more of a middle school thing, I think. But yeah.
Oh, like,
When
it's not the same dismissal time every day, but whenever your last class of the day is and it ends, that's always a great moment.
Oh yeah, because then there's the 2-hour early dismissals where it's like, oh yeah, I'm out of here. It's like it's noon, I'm gone. And is your connection all right? Christopher.
I'm here.
All right, you're
You're breaking up a little bit.
no, you're breaking up a little bit.
Well, I would disagree with that. But
Oh,
okay.
really? That's
I'm,
interesting.
I'm on the hotspot, so I should be good.
Oh, maybe we're just no. I think I don't know. All right, we'll figure it out. It'll come back to us in a second. But can you hear me? Yeah, it's got to be you, my man. Let's check the YouTube. I mean, I'm fine on the YouTube. You're completely frozen. So, sounds like a you problem, Chris. All right, you know what? Chris, if he hears me, he hears me. If not, I'll just repeat it. Oh, actually, I like this one. I want to wait for him. Oh, and he's gone. What did I say, Chris? What did I say? It's not my fault. All right, well, I guess we're just waiting for Chris real quick. All right, here he is. And he's loading. He'll get there soon. Well, this is interesting. Good content. I would monologue, but I kind of like this pick, so I want Chris to hear it. And yeah, we got a interesting. If you want to hear something interesting, I got a text from a XFL group chat. Oh, the XFL's trying to relaunch in 2023. Bruh, I thought it was next year. That is so sad. Is Chris alive? Christopher.
Hello?
Hello.
You hear me?
I can.
Oh, there I am. Okay.
Did you see the
This is convenient enough. I just got a text from AT&T that says you have used 100% of your 10 gigabyte mobile hotspot
Oh
high-speed
no.
here.
Oh no. So now can you connect to the
I'm on the Wi-Fi now because my hotspot data is now slowed to max speed of 128 kilobytes per second.
Damn.
Or whatever it is.
Did you see the defenders?
So yeah, that's
Did you see the
no, I
XFL
did
news?
not.
Breaking XFL news when you were gone. That the XFL is relaunching in 2023 instead of 2022 because of stupid CFL partnership was canceled.
That's ridiculous.
It is
Do we blame that on The Rock? Is that his fault?
I think it's Canada's fault. I think we have to blame Canada.
But it's partnership. That means like, were they discussing like XFL and CFL to merge or something? Is that what that means?
I think they were. I think they were doing that, and then
So it's
CFL
The Rock's fault for getting into it.
I don't know. Honestly, if we want to blame, we'll blame The Rock. He's got enough good things going on. We can blame The Rock.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, come on, The
Can't do
Rock.
everything right.
You gotta fix the XFL. Anyways, you ready for my top 4 times?
Yeah. Where'd we leave off?
Dismissal. We're done with that though.
Okay.
All right, number 4, pizza time.
Oh, nice.
Anytime it's pizza time.
Especially on a Friday.
Oh yeah.
Especially on a Friday.
Especially on Friday. I always get pizzas on Fridays, but there is nothing like there's no sadness when someone brings in a piping hot pizza.
Yeah, no. That is true.
One of the best times.
Yep. Especially if it's right out of the oven too.
Oh yeah.
You open it up and you just.
Oh, and you can smell it when they walk in the door. You're
Yep.
oh,
like
someone
somebody
brought in
got pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good pick. My last one, I will go with the beginning of football season. Just that first. We'll start with college football because that's when it's like you're truly in the mood, and then the NFL comes around a week later, and you're just like, all right, here we go.
Yep. And it's just a
We got
classic
like
time.
5 months of this, 4 months of this, maybe.
It's a classic time. The start of it. It's like
It's the best time for the sports world.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong. And the best part is, like, if you lose week 1, it's like half the teams had to lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, it's like the first 2 weeks where you're like, no matter what, this team still could be good. So it's not, it can't get downhill yet. So it's always an exciting time.
Yep. And for like, no matter how bad you're supposed to be, week 1 is still exciting
Oh yeah, yeah.
because it's back.
It's back, baby. It is back. And the NFL, like they have the NFL kickoff stuff. And you're like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's kicking off. We're getting ready.
Yep.
All right. My last one is a non-forced bedtime. And you're like,
That's good, man.
you're like, ah, bedtime. Okay,
Yep.
Sometimes like if you're on Xbox or maybe you're hanging out with friends and you're just like, sorry guys, going to bed.
Yep.
And then you just go
When
to
it's
bed.
you're the one making the call, it's
When you're
like,
making the call,
you know what? It's
like,
time for
to
me.
go to bed.
It's my time.
Yep. And then because when you make the call and if you make it early, as in early, whatever your normal bedtime is, but if you make it earlier than you normally have it, you're like, I'm tired. I earned
Mhm.
this bedtime.
Oh yeah.
I earned the sleep.
You're like, tomorrow's gonna be a great day.
And sometimes when I wake up and I know I'm not gonna be home for like a couple hours, maybe even a day, like I'm spending the night somewhere else, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to sleep in my bed for
Mhm.
like a day. And I
Yeah.
get all upset. But then when it's finally bedtime, I'm like, let's go. We're back.
Mhm. All right, that does it, right? For
Yeah, I have
getting to some honorable
mentions.
mentions. I do as well.
You can go
Um,
first.
Similar to bedtime, nap time,
Yes.
which
Bedtime.
I just threw on there. That probably would have broken my top 5.
Nap time solid.
But I didn't think about it. Winter break, which is similar to Christmas time, basically.
Yeah. It's good time.
Dinner time,
Dinner time solid.
best meal of the day,
Yeah.
and then spring break. Basically, any break
Yeah.
is up there.
Yeah, that's true. This one was kind of mentioned twice, but 1 p.m. on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
1 p.m. on a Sunday is nothing's better than that. When you look at the Xbox app and you see everybody's on, you're like, I guess it's Xbox time.
It's game time, but a little different.
Yeah, it doesn't happen as often anymore, so that's why it's more rare. And then I added on the list Chevy's time. Whenever it's time to go to Chevy's.
Yep.
It's an
Absolutely.
excellent time.
Goes hand in hand with grape time.
Yep. And then my last one that we should all like, the present. Nothing's better than the present.
Nothing like the present.
Nothing is like the present. Speaking of the present, that does it for this episode. And
put a bow on it.
Yep, we're putting a bow on it. We'll see everybody Friday still. Just because we're on a Wednesday doesn't mean we can't do a Friday. So, see everybody on Friday, and hope you guys enjoyed, and stay safe.